This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So my name is Sean Cody. I'm here representing CADe, and I'm going to talk a little bit today about our journey as a startup from a college senior design product, and talk a little bit about our product CADe. So this is first just a little video that'll play. Only need that video to play once, sorry about that. So this is just some of the founders of our team, myself, Jake, Matt, and Sai, and some of our previous work experience where this kind of idea came from. Jake, Matt, and myself all worked with Solidworks pretty frequently, and we identified that there was areas that could be improved. So we met up with Sai, and then there were some other members of our team, and we built this app. But how this app actually came to be and kind of our journey is what I want to talk about first. So we identified that there was something that could be improved with CAD or SolidWorks in general, and we wanted to talk to the customers, talk to CAD professionals to figure out what that could be. So we conducted 104 customer interviews from various CAD professionals at various companies like you see above: NASA, Boeing, SpaceX, from Georgia Tech, Boom, Supersonic, Lockheed Martin, etc. And the biggest frustration that we identified from people is that they wish they could work faster with CAD, that it's a little bit too slow. So we identified this is the problem, that basically you can design a part in your head faster than you can actually model it in SolidWorks or in 3D CAD. And what puts a damper on that workflow process is that usually you're only using one hand to design your part. So what if there was a way in which you could use the left hand or your non-dominant hand as well? And I know some people use a space mouse, some people use their left hand on the keyboard for hotkeys, but we wanted to do something that was intuitive, didn't have any learning curve, that could easily be picked up. So the idea is that CADe opens up that user bandwidth. And what that looks like is a mobile application on your smartphone, tablet that you have on your left hand, that you can navigate the model to increase your workflow efficiency while your right hand is using the mouse. So what we wanted to look at first as a startup and determine, okay, what's this market look like? How many users are there for SolidWorks, for 3D CAD? How many potential customers could CADe have before we went to actually create the product? So we identified that there were over 100 million CAD users worldwide. And of those, we wanted to target those of common 3D CAD packages. So your SolidWorks, Inventor, CADe, your major 3D CAD programs like that. And we started with SolidWorks. But then we identified that if we could get just 2.5% or 5% of that market, that we could obtain over 1 million customers for CADe. So we wanted to look at the CAD market in general a little bit further. We identified that this is Autodesk's subscription revenue for their CAD packages, and we saw a steady increase in revenue, which was a good sign for us. We wanted a market that was continuing to grow, and we felt pretty confident that the CAD market was, but we wanted to look at the numbers a little bit closer. We saw one forecast that saw that the market's expected to continue to grow at 6.35% and be over an $11 billion industry by 2023. So this was just a little bit of what we did to look at the market to identify if this was a good avenue for us to pursue. Again, this was all done as we were a senior design project in college. So this was a lot of learning for us in terms of what would work, what wouldn't work, and just trying to understand the market in general. So this is just to talk a little bit about our journey in general. So as I said, we started as a senior design project. We took what was called the CADe capstone for our class. So this was a class that was focused on startups. So through Georgia Tech, where we all went, we had the ability to meet with a lot of industry professionals, entrepreneurs, people who've done this before, legal or lawyers, legal experts, accountants, etc. Basically all the kind of resources you would need in order to, or a lot of the people that you could be put in contact to help jumpstart this journey. So the first thing we did before we released this idea to anyone else is we filed a provisional patent. A provisional patent is super easy to write. You basically just write out the claims and a summary of what your product does. There's a lot of great free legal resources on how to do that, and you submit it to the patent office. No one actually reads this provisional patent until you file your utility patent. I'm not sure exactly this is how it works in the United States. I know it's a little bit different, but similar in a lot of other countries because of the International Patent Cooperation Treaty, basically saying that kind of all countries kind of abide by similar patent law. And we then went on to win the CADe capstone of our section. And because of that, we're selected as an Inventure Prize finalist. This was a local Southeastern US startup incubator, basically like a Shark Tank for college startups. And we were a finalist in that, which was a great experience for us. And then we went through Georgia Tech Startup Launch, which is similar to the class in which we were taking part of, but a little bit more focused on the launching part of your startup rather than developing it from scratch. Through there, we filed utility and design patents. We filed an international patent, which I talked a little bit about before. So basically, it gives us priority access in all of the world, in all the countries that are a part of that treaty. And then we would choose which countries we would want to file in. So far we filed in the United States and plan to file in additional countries. Then we were planning to take part in 3DX World, 3D Experience. However, as many of you may know, that was made virtual. At that point, we didn't feel that it was worth it for our team at the stage we were at to take part in the virtual experience. So we all attended that, learned a little bit more, are looking forward to attending it next year in Nashville. But instead, we went through a more formal beta testing program, reached out to a lot of Solidworks users on LinkedIn, on social media, and tried to get as many people as possible to test the app, to make improvements to it, and to listen and identify areas that could be improved. And then from that point, we proceeded to launch the product. Some of the lessons that we learned along the way in terms of what works for a startup, what doesn't, always work together. We have members of our team that are more focused on the software side, more focused on the business side, some that understand SolidWorks a lot better. And it works best when we had working meetings where we were all taking part in the meeting and being able to pitch our ideas so that we're always on the same page. Always listen to feedback. Every piece of feedback we get, we try to write down and value, even if at first we think we disagree with it, because at the end of the day, that is the customer that's going to be buying this product. And we've learned a lot from just reaching out to people who've tried the app and have had comments about it. And we were very impressed and happy with how willing everyone was to help us along the way. It's made it a lot better for us. Reach out to all your connections to help. People are very helpful and want to help, especially if you say you're a startup. People get excited by that idea and always want to help, and a lot of times for free, which is nice. And that helps with the next bullet of conserving your finance as much as possible. At the end of startup launch, we were able to take a seed investment, which basically means kind of just an initial investment phase. And we've tried to protect that revenue, that money, as much as possible until we're at a point where we're profitable. Protecting your IP. IP stands for intellectual property, and that is basically what you would file in that provisional patent. That's what makes your idea yours and prevents other people from stealing your idea. And then be comfortable with the unknown. You're never going to have all the information. Sometimes you have to kind of use your own intuition in terms of what you think is going to work best, whether it's for marketing, whether it's for product ideation, but just kind of always recognize that you're not going to be able to test every variable, and that sometimes you're just going to have to kind of do the guess and check method, honestly, and trust your intuition, as you know, you are an expert in this field. And lots of companies have free or cheap revenue services to minimize initial costs. So a lot of the products that we use are free for 50 customers, very cheap up to 500, a little more expensive at 5,000, and then you pay a lot once it's a lot more. And that helps with that initial growing stage because it helps you save those kind of the initial money, which is very valuable. And then I'll finish this up just with a brief video that I can talk over a little bit. Hopefully it plays through okay through the screen share, but if not, all these videos should be available on our YouTube and social media pages, which we can show at the end. First, I want to talk actually about the key features. This is basically just the bottom portion of the app is available for the 3D mouse. The top portion is available for hotkeys. So you can program various hotkeys on the screen, such as if you use extrude a lot, whatever feature it might be, you can program your own hotkeys onto the top portion of the app. And the bottom portion has your intuitive 3D mouse movements, like 1-finger drag to rotate, 2-finger drag to pan, pinch to zoom, 1-finger double tap to enter, 2-finger double tap to recenter model. A lot of these commands are going to be the same commands you're used to working on any smartphone application. How does this CADe actually work? So the user inputs touch data into a mobile device, whether it's a phone, a tablet. The app recognizes that raw data and sends it to a computer driver via, there's a Bluetooth symbol there, but usually right now we have it focusing mainly on the wired connection, and we're working on our Bluetooth connection as well. The driver analyzes this touch data and then sends it directly to the Solidworks API to perform the direct action. Now this is important so as it's not taking over the mouse, if you will. It allows you to use the mouse simultaneously to using CADe with your left hand. And then why this is better than, for many of you may have used a space mouse. We feel that CADe is better because of the intuitive interface. That's the main thing, is that you have a decreased learning time. We've tried using the space mouse in our previous CAD SolidWorks experiences when we were in our various internships, and we just found that it's a great product, but it took a long time to learn. And with CADe, you can kind of skip through that learning curve because it's already intuitive movements that you're used to on a mobile device. It has no upfront hardware cost, since we offer a 30-day free trial with our product, and you already have your smartphone or tablet or device that you're using, and you just get the app, you download it, which means that it's easily accessible. You can download it on the App Store or the Google Play Store, and you're always going to have the latest and greatest version because of our software updates that we continue to roll out. So there's not going to be a new model that you're going to have to get. You're always going to be able to install that latest technology that we develop. Now I will play through a video of one of our team members just using the app, and I can talk through some of the basic commands that he's doing. I see the video might be playing a little bit on the slower side, but you can kind of imagine what this would look like. And I can post the links at the end. But you're using the 1-finger drag to rotate here to navigate the model, pinch to zoom. And as you can see, he's using the model, navigating the model with his left hand, while the right hand is still available to click surfaces, click on the edge that he wants to perform a fillet on, whatever it might be. And we can let this play for a little bit, but we don't have to let it play for the whole time as it's a couple minutes long. And then we urge you to all connect with us. Our email is listed there, support@getcadeapp.com. We have LinkedIn is kind of where we're the most active in terms of posting videos, answering questions, everything like that. So that's our LinkedIn profile there, and our website, getcadeapp.com. We urge you to reach out as much as with any questions. Connect with us on LinkedIn. As we kind of stated, LinkedIn is really where we grew from. It was just messaging. We may have messaged some of you, honestly, and messaging SolidWorks users just to learn about what you do and don't like about the app so we can improve it.
Hi, Harry. Okay, it's really cool app. I'm very happy to try it and share it to others. Right. A really good startup, you know. We all suffering using like mouse.
Yeah. Yeah, we
So,
definitely love to hear everyone's
yeah.
feedback about it.
So that is gonna be like gonna make like a game changer in the CAD software.
That's our hope.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, did you have any questions, Mohammed, that I can answer for you?
Okay, you can share me the link so I can share it with the members so they can like get in touch with the program, and also I can make something in order to they can share like their feedback with you.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, the easiest way would probably be either to message us on LinkedIn or just send us this email. Feedback, but I can also send you our. Let me stop the screen share.
Okay, good. So I will reach out to you to give me the links
Sounds good. Yeah.
so I can share it with them. Yeah.
Yeah, Mom, I really appreciate you having me on to talk about this.
Yeah, it's my pleasure actually. It's my pleasure. You know, it's a great initiative. So definitely I want like our community here to get more information about CADe, and also like I get information from the people that are working in Solidworks. They said like they know about your initiative, they really like it, so they are trying, you know, to
That's
get in
awesome.
touch
Yeah,
with you.
that's great. Yeah,
To get,
thank you so much. And I can message you those links and everything via LinkedIn if that works.
okay. Also, I will share you like this new report
Yeah,
to
perfect.
the Solidworks community around the world, so they can know about your initiative. That's really good. Yeah, like I
Thank you
say,
so much.
you know.
Really appreciate it. Yeah, and if you
I
guys
will
have
try
any
to get it
questions,
always, you know. I'm a nerd
perfect.
to, yeah, to try like a new stuff. Yeah, it's really cool.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. My pleasure.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Again, thank you for having me on, and I'll definitely stay in touch.
Okay, thank you, man.
Bye.
Have a nice day. Yeah, bye. See you later.
Bye.